this is Miss Hunter?
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Hunter, raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
I do.
All right, you can put your hand down. Miss Hunter, you're before the court on 2023 CR 09907. Alexis Dion Marshall, count 1, theft by shoplifting, count 2, drug-related objects, and count 3, marijuana 1 ounce or less. You're entering a plea. What's your client pleading to, Mr. White?
Pleading guilty to count 1 and 2, Your Honor.
All right. By entering a plea of guilty to theft by shoplifting, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself or present any testimony or evidence against yourself, and if you're not a United States citizen. A plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things?
Yes, I do.
Factual basis and recommendation, please.
Yes, Your Honor. On February 24th of 2023, an officer was dispatched to 5660 Jonesboro Road in Lake City, Georgia, where the incident occurred in Clayton County. So in reference to a physical altercation between 2 subjects. Once the officer arrived, he observed the defendant, Ms. Hunter, as well as Ms. Steele standing in the passenger side door of a vehicle. Both of them were actively engaged in the physical altercation. The officers made contact and were able to detain them and place them in separate patrol cars. At the time, the officer observed that the defendant appeared to be highly intoxicated and that he could smell the odor of alcoholic beverage coming from her person. Ms. Hunter advised they were play fighting when the officer spoke with her.
Where's the theft come in?
Theft, Your Honor?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong one.
You had, I don't know. Okay, that concludes the facts, Your Honors. The state is recommending for count 1, 12 months to serve, 4 days, the balance to be suspended, pending no new violations of the law and no contact with the victim, in this case, or co-defendant, Ms. Steele.
What's her name? Full name?
Dion, Dionnne, Steele, Steele.
All right. So, Miss Hunter, what's your relationship with Miss Steele?
She's my aunt.
Okay. Well, that's going to be hard for them to have no violent arrest. I mean, no contact. Don't put no violent or harassing contact. Does Miss Hunter have a history?
Yeah, some stuff going on. I don't have a updated one. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, that's right. What's the one you have, say?
She's got a pending battery charge from August of 2022. Oh, so that was prior to this one. I don't know who this is. I don't think that one's with us.
Not the same person. All right. So, Miss Hunter, how old are you?
I'm 31.
Miss Hunter, you have any children?
Yeah, she's right there.
Why is she? How old is she?
She's about to be 2 in December.
The father's with her, Your Honor.
Oh, Lord. Okay, now, Miss Hunter, let's talk. It's time to grow up, ma'am. Mamas who are raising children, we try not to get into fights in public. We don't fight. What is the point? You have spent time away from your child. She's 2 years old. Do you think she understands where her mama is? She just knows her mama ain't there. And so you have a responsibility to that 2-year-old. All of this foolishness here, first of all, getting so drunk that you can't manage yourself, puts her in danger. Because what if something happens to you? What happens to her? Start thinking like a mama. Start thinking like somebody who there's somebody more important in this world than yourself. And that's that 2-year-old you made. She didn't ask to be here, but you got her. So now you have to make that commitment to her that I'm not going to do stupid stuff. I'm not going to jail on some foolishness. I'm not going to be missing from your life for days at a time and you don't know where your mama is. I'm not going to be fighting in public because I'm too grown for that. What I need to be doing is finding me a good job so I can make sure that you have food on the table, clothes. It's wintertime. It's whole time to change over her wardrobe and benefits. She needs medical care. She needs health insurance, all of that. Where are you working?
I don't have a job as of now.
Okay, well, see, instead of getting drunk and fighting your aunt, you should have been looking for one.
Yeah, I was in school for medical assistance. I got kicked out of school for this. I've been here for 4 months.
You see what you're risking when you're not acting responsibly?
Yes.
You see what you messed up a whole job, a whole career, not just a job, a career for foolishness. You're 31 years old. Stop acting like you're 12.
Yes, ma'am.
There's no alcohol so good where you got to get yourself so messed up that you in the public fighting with your auntie and risking being away from you. You've been in here for 4 months. Your daughter don't even remember you. She don't remember you. You have deprived her of a mother for 4 months over foolishness. And this is the other part. Your whole responsibility is to make sure she's okay. If you were away for 4 months, hopefully she got a good daddy, because you don't know if somebody's touched her, if somebody's done something to her, if somebody's deprived her of food, if somebody has put her in danger in any way. They just putting her in a car with no seatbelt. You don't know. Because you spent 4 months in the Clayton County Jail. Let's not do this again, ma'am. You have a responsibility to that child. Stop acting like you 12 and act like you a 31-year-old woman who has responsibilities. Go out and find you a good job and then start thinking about a career path for you. You got 2 pending violent things. This right here and the one that hasn't even gone to court yet. What has fighting gotten you? Other than jail time, what have you benefit from all these fights? Okay, that's all I got to say. All right, so I'm going to accept your plea of guilty to count 1. Count 2 will be no pros. I'll send you to 12 months to serve
I
4 days.
didn't know pros count to, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm sorry. You go ahead. I messed it up. Go ahead.
It was 12 months to serve 4 days, and the balance to be suspended.
All right. So count 2 will run concurrent with count 1, 12 months to serve 4 days, balance suspended as long as you have no violent or harassing contact with Dion Steele. Count 2 will be 12 months to serve 4 days, balance suspended as long as you have no new violations of the laws of the state of Georgia. Now, Ms. Hunter, go out there and act like a grown-up, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Go raise your child and stop getting into all these fights and foolishness.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you can be the baddest chick on the block. 4 months in jail while somebody else is raising your child who's forgotten about you by now. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.